All right, happy Thursday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Hat Creek Interior Studios. We got a lot of Texas Tech, Big 12, Tech BYU to get into. Overrated, underrated, rated right Thursday. Christmas snacks and treats. The ones you love, the ones you hate, the ones people love that you hate, the ones people hate that you love. And then eggnog. Is it a treat? Yes. Yes, it is. We got all that going on tonight. Plus a whole, like I said, a whole lot of Texas Tech, BYU, Big 12 predictions, not necessarily a score tonight, but I ask you tonight, what's more likely to happen? Texas Tech crushes BYU, wins by 2 touchdowns, or it's a close game. Tell me why. Your thoughts on that. Anything else on your mind, you get the idea. We are in the Hat Creek Interior Studios. Hat Creek Interiors, Lubbock, South Slide Road, 10101. Check out the showroom, hatcreek.us on the internets. They've got a great website they ship to you. Give yourself the gift of great Western style furniture this Christmas. You and your wife get together, look at that stuff, and go, yeah, we need that. And they'll make it happen. All right, let's do it in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, Raiderland.com, the website. You start your day every day there, getting the Raiderland hot links. We serve them up fresh and hot every day, brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker out of Post, Texas, world famous jerky. Order today, get it on your holiday table, not just the jerky, but all the meats and cheeses. And well, you get the idea. You know what we're talking about. Also brought to you by Shropshire Insurance of Texas, big enough for the whole state, based out of Lubbock, Texas. Jeff Shropshire and his crew can take care of all of your insurance needs, and they're independent, just like you. United Supermarkets, I don't know what else to say. The official supermarkets of Texas Tech Athletics, the official supermarket of Raiderland, they put their name on stuff in West Texas. There's another store that takes your money and puts it on stuff down in Austin, right? All right, there you go. Get out on that United Supermarkets chat line, whether you're on our YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland free. Hit share if you're watching us on YouTube right now. Invite your friends in. Give us the old thumbs up. Same thing on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. You hit share and invite people in. And then on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, same deal. Share it with your friends. Let them know we're talking about things that they care about. So tonight, what's more likely? Texas Tech blows out, covers the 2 touchdown spread, or it's a close game. I'll tell you my thoughts. You tell me yours. Do you care? Do you care if the Big 12 gets 2 teams in? Are we in the Big 12 now to the SEC point of everybody chanting Big 12, go Big 12? You know, it's hard to say BIG 1, 2, 3 because that doesn't make sense. And everybody chants SEC, SEC. Are you Big 12 people? Are you Tech people? Are you whatever? That if Texas Tech wins and it costs BYU, and it should not, BYU should be in by any metric. BYU should be in the college football playoff. But as a Tech fan, do you care if the Big 12 gets 2 teams or not? And Dallas, Detroit tonight. Dallas catching 3.5. A trendy public dog tonight. You putting your money on Dallas tonight against Detroit? Dallas has been really good the last 3 weeks. The defense appreciably better. Dak Prescott has played at a high metric level that one could say NFL MVP if Dallas wins out. And if Dallas wins tonight, Dallas could win out. Dallas could get to 11 wins. Over underrated Christmas snacks and treats. The ones you love, the ones you hate. All right, what do you got for me tonight? Let's get it going. Let's see where we're going to start this evening. Who's going to be first up? All right. He actually got in, I think, even before we went live. Thanks to United Supermarkets. Don't understand why Coach McGuire didn't get Coach of the Year in the Big 12. Texas Tech, first Big 12 championship appearance. I agree, it's historic for Texas Tech, but we have to go back to the preseason when the Big 12 refused to do a preseason poll because they thought last year when they did a coaches poll and a preseason poll that it hurt the league because it was so bad. It was so wrong. So all he had to go off of was AP Top 25, Coaches Poll, stuff like that. BYU not ranked, Texas Tech ranked. So we have this little bit of a thing where, okay, Texas Tech was expected to be better than BYU, but you had three teams, I believe, ahead of Texas Tech in the Big 12 in the AP poll to start the year, and they exceeded that. But then we come back to BYU, and Sataki loses his quarterback. What was his name? Retzlaff, right on the eve of the season in late July or August over the BYU honor code violation. He might have been having the sex. Maybe. Don't know. So now all of a sudden he has to throw Bear Buckmeyer in, who doesn't even have a quarterback number. Well, you get the deal. So these awards are voted on by people. People love narratives. There you go. Is Joey McGuire the best coach in the Big 12 this year? I think he is. There we go. That's how that stuff plays out. I used to vote on awards like this. I'm glad I don't do them anymore. I have no desire to vote on an award. I have two friends who vote for the Heisman Trophy. Actually, I have more than that, but two close friends who vote for the Heisman Trophy. I wouldn't want to vote. The other stuff becomes narrative. Meanwhile, back on YouTube, right now it's Raiderland. What is your favorite Christmas movie and why? It's a Wonderful Life. It's a great Christmas movie, but it's a great movie. Cinematically, the black and white scenes are just set up so perfectly. The character development is great. It's funny when it needs to be funny. It's sad when it needs to be sad. It is, I think, one of the greatest American movies. Top 10 for sure, greatest American movies. So I put it up here, and then we get into anything else after that. So It's a Wonderful Life up here, and all of the Christmas movies can fall into line after that. Jeff on our man, YouTube is kicking ass tonight. You guys are doing great. Now I know you're sharing it, right? You're putting it out there. You're going, hey, thumbs up. Tech rolls on Saturday, 20-point win. We asked tonight, what's more likely? Texas Tech covers the 2-touchdown spread, or it's a close game. Which way do you go and why? So tell me why. Why do you think that? I have a lot of different reasons why. One of the biggest ones being, I think Texas Tech, if you go back to the first game in Lubbock, left a whole lot more on the bone than BYU did. Then we had Alan Corbin on, was it last night, 2 nights ago, talking about, what's fundamentally different about the two teams? Well, okay, the biggest thing BYU can say is LJ Martin's maybe more healthy, but it was an upper body injury. It wasn't a lower leg. Texas Tech come back right after that and say, yeah, our guy played with a fractured tibia and couldn't move. Talking about Baron Morton at quarterback. And I think Terrence Carter's better than he was in that game. So what and why? Tell me that. Then we get into the whole idea. By the way, anybody who ever tells you it's hard to beat a team twice or 3 times, no, it's really not. If you look at the NFL and if you look at college football, typically the rematches, the better team wins the rematch. 60-40, worst case scenario. More than that, if it's a double-digit spread. And we'll talk about that as we go through tonight. Back on that YouTube channel, I don't have enough buy-in to the Big 12 to be chanting Big 12 is the best. But that's when I get to this old do you care if Tech is the only Big 12 team in the college football playoffs? How does that affect you as a Texas Tech fan? How does that affect Texas Tech? How does that affect the Big 12? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What do you need as a fan of a school? Chris, underrated butterscotch haystacks. What the hell is that? Butterscotch haystacks. Not even sure what they're made of. I don't even know. I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. I need a picture. I need more details on butterscotch haystacks. Hold on. I got this question. I got a text back. Hold on. Like 8 p.m. Huh? Trying to determine a time. You ever have to text your wife during your own show? Yeah, there you go. Butterscotch haystacks, no clue. Overrated, underrated, rated right. Christmas snacks, treats, or otherwise. By the way, eggnog, a treat. Eggnog, still underrated. Eggnog is great. Joseph on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. A lot of people on our Facebook page. By the way, every night we do your daily dose of West Texas. It's pretty cool. BYU keeps it closer 2.5 quarters, he says, gazing into his crystal ball. Then Texas Tech flexes their muscle. One muscle. And wins by 17. I don't care if the Big 12 just has one in the playoffs. Made the best team get in. There you go. He's all about egalitarianism. Overrated chocolate-covered cherries. My grandfather loved chocolate-covered cherries. I could have one, and then it's like, the chocolate-covered cherry, the initial bite is fantastic, right? You get the chocolate, it crunches, you get that syrupy, and then, like, maybe like 1.8 seconds after that, you're going, ooh, now we got too much stuff going on. I am with the texter commenter right there that I think chocolate-covered cherries, at least in my realm, would probably be overrated. Robert Christopher is on Facebook. I'm tired of truth no mattering, be it politics or sports or best burgers. Truth matters. So, yes, BYU should be in the playoffs. I didn't ask you if BYU should be in the playoffs. I said, do you care if the Big 12 has 2 teams or not in the playoffs? Do you care? 2 Big 12 teams in, fine, as long as we don't have to lose for it to happen in general. I only care that we are in it. That's an honest fan right there. That's a non-SEC fan right there. Making it happen. Looking good. Going, you know what? Yeah, I really don't care. In fact, from an altruistic standpoint, your ego, and your superego, what good does it do if they're in? I know another 2 Hyatt. I don't know what that means. JCTT Tech will continue to damn near double the spread. Barron Health, what BYU might have to try, etc., is reason. That's reason. Everything BYU has to do offensively, Texas Tech destroys. Run the football first. Texas Tech just destroys it. Then when you fall behind and you abandon your game plan and LJ Martin can't make it happen, Texas Tech destroys you with a base 4 rush, with your defensive player of the year in David Bailey, or newcomer of the year, defensive player of the year, Jacob Rodriguez, newcomer of the year, David Bailey. You get the idea. This is the worst matchup for BYU in a Big 12 title game. This is the best matchup, I think, for Tech in a Big 12 title game of all the teams they could play. Oh, sorry. Clicked on the wrong deal there. Now I got to look here. I don't know how to answer that. So I just say question mark. By the way, we got another show coming up tonight, not on this network, on another network. I'll tell you about it before we get out of here this evening. Jeff, we roll them because the D is too much for their freshman in Martin. BYU's defense is going to see stuff from us they didn't see in the first game. This team is locked on the goal of winning the Big 12. There's some why. Meanwhile, back at the over-under rated right topic of the day, every Thursday, and you guys got to understand this. You never know when somebody's going to ask you how to rate something, want your opinion on something, strong opinion. And if you don't practice with us every week on different topics, you might not be able to roll off an over-under rated right. Our man JC Double T right here is doing it. Divinity still a thing. Everyone I knew that made it assumed room temperature years ago. No, it's still out there. And Divinity is still unbelievably freaking great. And I don't know if that's a West Texas deal or an East Texas deal I think it's kind of a Southern deal on Divinity. But man, you get a hold of some good Divinity, totally underrated. Peanut brittle. Peanut brittle. Let's talk about peanut brittle for a second. It needs to be crispy yet fluffy. Strong yet light. It can't be just like we're going to do a masonry project with it and we're going to, put that as a foundation on a mobile home with the peanut brittle. I've had that before. Great peanut brittle is just unbelievably good. And again, it dances in that zone of crisp yet fluffy. You know what I'm talking about. You guys understand it. We're going to have a topic of conversation tonight also about fruitcake. All right. Michael wants to know on YouTube, what's my take? I have take. I have strong thoughts, opinions, and fully cogitated ideas on teams like A&M not having to play till the playoffs. What do you mean? What should they be doing? The regular season's over. They didn't qualify for the postseason, championship game in the SEC. What are they supposed to do? I know Vanderbilt's out there trying to line up a 13th data point. I love it. I think that's awesome. Bring chaos, go play Hawaii. And, it also destroys the idea that we can't put together non-conference schedules every year. When we saw in COVID that we just play games on like 5 days notice, or Vanderbilt's like, yeah, we'll play anybody anywhere. Just give us 38 hours to get there. So when you say, what's your take on teams like A&M not having to play till the playoffs? I don't know exactly what you mean. Should they be playing a game? Why should they be playing a game? The dogs are getting restless. The dogs of war are getting restless here at Raiderland Worldwide Headquarters. Homemade oven-baked Chex Mix, underrated. All right, so you've got Chex Mix, you've got the trail mix, you've got trash, you've got all that stuff involving basically a cereal thing that nobody would ever eat. That somehow we say we're going to eat it dry. I endorse that. It's not bad. I don't know that it's underrated. I would say the entire Chex Mix realm of snacks is rated right. All right. It's repurposed food that we're just trying to figure out something we can do with. So there we go. All right. Chris jumps in. Oh, hold on. I missed Glenn, I think, right there. Glenn on Facebook. Homemade oven baked. No, that was it. Okay, sorry. I thought I'd missed something. Chris, is it me, or are we better on punt returns when Coy is not the returner? It's not you. And I'm fully guilty of about week 3 or 4 thinking that Aiken was like put him back there and everything else. He's not really a good punt returner. Between the ones he doesn't field and the ones he does, I don't think he's had enough time. I don't think he's all that great. I would rather see fill in the blank guy as the punt returner on that. Seemed to have the jitters in catching the ball. Gentry seems to have some good ones, but penalties hurt those. Yeah, Gentry, go ahead with him. I get what you're saying, and I liked it when Kenny Perry put Aiken back there because I thought, all right, okay, we can do this. No, it just didn't work. Robert has something to say about something. Yes, I care because truth matters, but we don't know what truth he's talking about. Old Texas Tag Man. Like to see Micah Hudson play, let him show his speed. He hasn't earned his way onto the field. He hasn't done enough to get out there. He's not better than the top 4 and or 5 receivers at any given time that you put on the field. He's not. He might be at some point in the future. He might get better, but he has not earned the right to take away snaps from any single receiver that's ahead of him in playing time. Not a single one. Jan, chocolate-covered cherries are definitely overrated. Overrated, underrated, rated right. Christmas snacks and treats. That's what we're talking about tonight. Hold on. What? All right. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hey, I can't cover this anymore. All right. You guys just stay there. We'll be right back in the office. Y'all stay there. All right. All right, we're coming back. Y'all hang tight. We're all back in the broadcast studios. Good grief. You see what I have to put up with? Y'all see what I have to do a broadcast for you people? Do you see what I have to do? Unbelievable. What's more likely? Texas Tech blows out BYU, wins by 2 touchdowns, covers the spread, or it's a close game. Nobody wants to really get in on the Cowboys tonight and understand it. But would you bet them tonight? Would you take the minus or plus 3.5? Overrated, underrated, Christmas snacks, treats. And then do you even care if the Big 12 gets 2 teams in? All right, chocolate-covered cherries, definitely overrated. Old-fashioned dark fudge is supreme. And I know the fudge you're speaking of. Anything eggnog, cake put in your drink is good, yes. And eggnog is a treat. Drinking eggnog, Sprite drink right now. Eggnog and Sprite? Eggnog and Sprite? No. Does not sound good. All right, you guys get in on the United Supermarkets chat line. We'll get another 7 or 8 minutes left in us tonight. JCWT, I'm a tech guy first. Don't care if 2 right now. I do want 2 to 3 good teams bought in going forward. I don't know what that means. Bought in going forward. Tell me more. Elucidate. Be clear. Call our clinic right now. Text our clinic. Just give me over information, not less. You respond to what I'm saying, but you've got to respond like you respond to me like nobody heard what I was saying, so everybody knows what you're saying. What's going to be my game day routine this Saturday? Oh, I mean, hopefully, God willing, get up. That's one. After I do that, I like to take a shower. Then I like to make a ton of bets. Maybe eat some sausage or something and get ready for the game. That's about it. Tech wins by 2 touchdowns. Robert is on the more likely Tech crushes BYU. Old Texas Tech man, old peanut brittle. Again. Give us more information less. Old peanut brittle what? Hi, Joyce. I have no idea who Joyce is. Microwave a slice of fruitcake in a bowl Scoop of ice cream, yes. All right, so here's the deal. All right. Do we have that on there? I don't think we have it on there. Fruitcake is really good. Really good fruitcake is good. Homemade fruitcake, fresh fruitcake is tremendous. People have a bad idea of fruitcake because, the whole joke about, you get this old dried out fruitcake and you use it as a doorstop for the rest of the year and everything else. Yeah, no. Even Collins Street Bakery is pretty good. But if you can find someone to make you really homemade, real fruitcake. And fruitcake goes back to depression, pre-depression, and that's why Collins Street Bakery is so good at it in Texas. But it is really a Southern thing, and it's really almost a Texan thing, East Texas out to West Texas, that you cobbled together whatever you might have laying around and made a fruitcake. It is what it is. It's exactly what it sounds like. You got a little fruit, you got a little this, maybe even like hard candy, different stuff. You put a little rum in there, you put a little whiskey in there, whatever you get, and you make this. And that was the best you could freaking do in 1917, 24, 28, 32, 36. That's it. I think that's one of the reasons why I love fruitcake because for my family, my grandparents, my great grandparents would absolutely slit your throat for a great fruitcake. That's the kind of people they were. They loved Christmas so much they would kill you for a fruitcake. True story. That the elitist attitude towards fruitcake, I despise. I despise it. You guys don't know what it was like to be in Wheeler, Texas in 1928 or 1931, or outside of Shamrock, or down towards Claude, or further south towards Olton. You don't know. Fruitcake's good. Robert Delgado, Hyatt show or D show underrated. This show might be underrated. I don't know. Might be overrated. Uh, love my trash, man. Made best trash. Ain't nothing wrong with trash. It's rated right. Jeff, more than happy to wait 2 weeks to watch the Aggies get their asses handed to them again. JCWT Snacks, we moved from trash to tricking up goldfish somehow. What are they doing with goldfish? My God, what's happening to the fish? I'm unaware of this. What are they doing to the koi? This can't be good. There needs to be an investigation. SEC has two teams that can't move the ball. With two scores, two more TDs in the red zone. There you go. Gotta take care of them spoiled kids. Let them eat trash. Robert, I know a Heisman voter. Do you? What's his name? Tell me about him. Where does he live? Let's dox him. Let's find out everything that's wrong about him. On the boys, Detroit beat up, take the points and the money line. So go with Dallas getting 3.5. The books need Detroit. The books don't usually lose. Keep that in mind tonight. Love pistachio pudding. Don't care if BYU is in or not. I do want 2 or 3 teams to step up and compete in the conference. There's another topic for another day going into the offseason that, hey, Tech and BYU are right there. Utah could be. Where the hell's the rest of my friends in the old Big 12? Oh, we've talked about Oklahoma State, Kansas State. They force out Chris Kleiman because they want to get their version of Cliff Kingsbury. Make no mistake, that's who Colin Klein is. Now, he may have more skins on the wall as a coach at this point in his career, but he is Cliff Kingsbury to Kansas State. That they all want him. They got to have him right now. They're running off a coach to do it. even though their coach had a mental meltdown, in my opinion, and I couldn't trust him going forward, and I would have made a change. And if he didn't leave, I think they would have fired him. So he left, and he got to look like, in the words of Spike Dykes, when they run you out of town, make it look like you're leading a parade. And that's what Chris Kleiman was able to do, thanks to K-State. But the Big 12, you got to step up. In the words of Dr. Johnny Fever, babies, you got to step up. And let me hear you, babies. Jan, fruitcake must be made Thanksgiving weekend, wrapped in cheesecloth. I know where this is going. Soaked in whiskey till Christmas Eve. My mama made the best. I have the recipe from Arkansas, and everyone made them. All right, so yeah, it's the lead time, it's the soak, it's the fermentation. The fermentation in Lamentations of all the exaltations of everything that'll make you go into exclamations about the cheesecake. Yeah, it does take time. Trace, taking the Cowboys and the points tonight. Lions looked bad last week. Think it was a prelude or a prologue. Don't know. We're going to find out. If I were going any direction on this game tonight, I would go Lions. 100%. I would go Lions. The Cowboys have played spectacularly well, above their average defensively the last 3 weeks. Dak Prescott, if they pull this thing off and get to the playoffs, ought to get the MVP. I'll say it right now. If Dallas gets to the playoffs, Dak should be your MVP. He can't help that they had just the world's worst defense the first half of the season. But this game just screams trendy dog to me. It screams trendy. Everybody, all the public getting on the Cowboys, and the books and the sharps sitting there going, okay, y'all get on that. Yet even still, this number moved to 3.5, which gives me just a wee bit of concern if I were backing Detroit, that I really wanted that to hold on to 3, and now you're at 3.5. Again, the biggest advantage you have if you're a sports bettor is this. Always keep this in mind. Not just this game. Before we get out of here tonight, always remember this. Here's the biggest advantage you have. The book has to hang a number on every single game. They have to take a stand on every single game out there. You don't have to bet every single game out there. That's your biggest advantage. Rule number 1. You don't have to bet it. They have to hang a number. All right? So they had to hang a number. They got pushed to 3.5. I mean, if I could even, and I don't like buying points, half points or otherwise. I don't like doing that. Hurts your EV. Had it been Detroit 3 flat, maybe. We'll see. I wish everybody luck who's on the Cowboys tonight. Ain't got nothing against them. Don't really care. Doesn't matter to me. All right, we're going to be on Primetime Action or Primetime Live. I can't remember what the name of the show is exactly right now. Coming up at 8:30 Central on Vegas Stats and Information Network. That's right, VSIN on your TV guide and on your radio and on your internets. I'm going to be hanging out with Matt Humans and I think Tim Murray tonight. I'm not sure. 8:30, we're going to talk Texas Tech and BYU and break down the Big 12 title game. So check that out. They're at VSIN on Twitter. You can find it. You can listen on online and live anywhere you want to. So that's where we're going to be coming up here in about an hour and a half or so. You guys are good. I'm going to post this on the website, theraiderland.com. Want you to share it with your friends. The power of 5. Every night, 5 people go to our sponsors like Shropshire Insurance of Texas, Jackson Brothers Meat Locker down in Post, Hat Creek Interiors, United Supermarkets. Tell them thanks for being a part of what we do. That'd be awesome. That'd be cool. And it means so much to them. And it allows us to do what we do. All right. We're going to kick it off here. We'll have it posted here in a little bit. We'll have the daily dose of West Texas on our Facebook page. For Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland and Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media later on tonight. We'll see you then. Drive safely. Observe all warning signs.